A hunter walked up to the wolf he had just shot and found another wolf already sitting there beside her body, watching him. The wolf on the ground was the most famous wild animal in the world. The New York Times would run her obituary. The one sitting beside her was her mate. 3 weeks earlier, he had lost his brother the same way. He would spend the next 3 years alone, losing his family, losing a second mate, wandering the empty ground between other packs' territories with nowhere to belong. And then he started over. His name was Wolf 755. This is the story of the wolf who lost everything twice and kept going anyway. Before any of it, there were 2 brothers, 754 and 755, born into the same litter and by every account inseparable, together every single day of their lives. They were different animals. 754 was the gentle one, playful, nurturing, good with pups, the kind of wolf other wolves relax around. 755 was steadier, watchful. Neither of them was going to inherit anything. 2 young males with no pack of their own, out in country already claimed by others. And then, in 2010, they met a female. She had been born in 2006, which is how she got her name. Not a number that the public ever used, just the year. 06. She was larger than most females, and she was an extraordinary hunter, capable of bringing down a full-grown elk entirely on her own, which almost no wolf can do. The 3 of them became inseparable. 2 brothers and a remarkable female, founding a pack together in the Lamar Valley. They called it the Lamar Canyon Pack. 755 became the alpha male. His brother stayed as beta, the uncle, the one who played with the pups. 3 litters came in 3 years, and 06 became something no wolf had been before. Photographers followed her. Visitors planned entire trips around a chance of seeing her. People called her the most famous wolf in the world. For 2 years, they had everything. In late 2012, the elk moved, and the pack followed them. Out past the boundary, into country where the rules were different. Wolves do not know where a national park ends. These particular wolves had grown up around people and had never learned to fear them. In November, 13 miles outside the park, a hunter shot a large male wolf, around 130 pounds. It was 754. The brothers had been together every day of their lives. His absence was obvious to the entire pack immediately. And what the pack did next is difficult to read about. They searched for him. 06 howled out across the country where he had last been, and nothing answered. She would not let it go. She led the family back out, back toward the place where he had disappeared. Another hunter was there. On the 6th of December, 06 was shot and killed in Wyoming. She was the 8th wolf taken legally in that state's season. By the numbers, nothing unusual had happened. By every other measure, something enormous had. The news went around the world within days. The New York Times published her obituary. People who had never seen a wolf in their lives wrote letters about her. But the detail that stays with me is smaller than any of that. The hunter later described it himself, speaking anonymously. As he came up to collect the body of the wolf he had shot, another wolf came back. 755 sat down close to her, and he watched the man. he did not run. In 3 weeks, he had lost his brother and his mate. He was 4 years old. He came back to the Lamar Valley by himself. The people who had watched him for years as the alpha male of a formidable pack now watched something else entirely. A lone wolf so exhausted from the journey that he lay down and did not move for hours. And the situation he came home to was impossible. His pack was now his daughter's. That is all that was left. And a father cannot breed with his own daughters. Wolves avoid it, and the pack cannot continue that way. So he held it together as best he could, roaming his territory, trying to keep order in a family that had no future. Then his daughters met 2 young males from outside the park. The females accepted them, and just like that, there was no place in the Lamar Canyon pack for the wolf who had founded it. He left, and he did what wolves do. He went looking for a mate. And remarkably, he found one, a female from another pack. They paired up, and he brought her back toward the old den country in the Lamar. For a few weeks, it looked like he might get a second chance. In mid-March, his old pack came back. His own daughters with their new mates. They came down on his den and attacked her. The pair were driven off into the trees. She died that night. His brother, his mate, and now the wolf he had just found, taken by his own children. After that, he was rarely seen at all. What followed was close to 3 years of nothing. He wandered the borderlands, the unclaimed ground between other packs' territories, where a lone wolf is trespassing almost everywhere he steps. He drifted west. He was seen occasionally, then not for long stretches. One observer described him as hunted and haunted. A wolf with nothing left. For a solitary wolf, that is a very long time to survive. Alone, there is no one to help bring down an elk, no one to watch for rival packs while you sleep. Most wolves in that situation do not last a season. He lasted years. And here is the thing that I find hard to explain about him. He never stopped looking. After everything, after the brother, after 06, after watching his own daughters kill the female he had found, he kept walking through that empty country, still trying to build another family. And in the middle of Yellowstone, in Hayden Valley, he finally found her. A young female, nearly white, born in the very den she was still using, daughter of a white mother, granddaughter of a white grandmother. Her family gave them the territory, and the 2 of them founded a new pack in it, the Wapiti Lake Pack. He had pups again, and then the next year, pups again. At 6 years old, an age when most wild wolves are already dead, the wolf who had lost everything twice was raising a family in a valley on the other side of the park. And that pack did not just survive. It grew past 20 wolves, one of the great success stories in Yellowstone. He was not finished even then. In his last years, he turned up as the alpha male of a 3rd group, the Beartooth Pack, out beyond the park's eastern border, which made him something no wolf in Yellowstone's records had been before. The alpha male of 2 separate Yellowstone packs, and then a 3rd outside it. The last time anyone saw him, he was heading east, through the Lamar Valley, the country where the whole thing had started, where his brother had been, where 06 had been. He was not seen again. 06 is the one the world remembers. She earned it. She was the finest hunter anyone had watched, and her death changed how an entire country argued about wolves. Her obituary ran in a national newspaper, but she was the one who died. He was the one who had to keep living afterward. And there is no obituary for that. No headline for the 3 years he spent walking through country that belonged to somebody else. For lying down in the snow of the Lamar Valley alone, where he had once led a family of 10. Nothing about his story is heroic in the way we usually mean it. He did not win a fight or save anyone.
He was shot at, outnumbered, driven out, and stripped of everything he had, twice over. He just refused to stop. And because he refused, there is a pack of more than 20 wolves in Hayden Valley that exists only because one grieving animal kept walking, long after there was any reason to. The famous wolf was the one they wrote about, but the story belongs to the one who kept going. If his story moved you, there's more of the wild waiting here every week. Subscribe and listen for the call of the wild.